For the first time ever in my life, I actually found a dish that I was like, wow, this is amazing. And now I'm actually going to take that memory and I'm recreating my own version of it. Hey everyone, it's Lennard. 中秋节快乐! Happy Mid-Autumn Festival to all of you. Today we're going to be making a buttery garlic prawn Tang Hoon. So we're going to jump into the recipe right away. The first step is to actually make that garlic paste, and it's super simple. And actually the reason why we're making this dish today is because when I was a kid, we used to take my grandma out during Mid-Autumn Festival. And one of the places we visited was like this seafood zhicha restaurant, and we had this exact dish. So I think this is one of the first few dishes ever that I have memory of like really enjoying. Mid-Autumn Festival was like such a fun period because we got to go out after dinner and we would play with all our neighbors, and it was just such a different experience. Like you see them at night, it's almost like we're doing something dangerous, and it was extra fun. And we would all get our lanterns, we would just hang out. I would come home and I would spend a bit of time with my family, and that's when I would have all my mooncakes. It's perfect, nice and soft. So I still kind of miss that, and I kind of wonder like the younger generation now, do they still have that kind of element of camaraderie? Because I knew all my neighbors, like I would see them every day in the park, and we're still friends to this day. So when you're shopping for prawns, you want to look for a prawn that has a nice and firm shell, because a soft shell usually indicates that the prawn has been left out for a bit too long. But these prawns from FairPrice are amazing and fresh. So as the prawn steams, it's going to release some of its own prawn juices, and you never want to put that to waste because it's so tasty, and we're actually going to turn that into a prawn sauce. When I first got into cooking and posting food on Instagram, I think I was more drawn towards the aesthetics of cooking. The first impression is everything. And that is why I train myself to focus on the aesthetics of food, to plate beautifully looking food. And now it's finally time to taste the dish. That garlic paste is so addictive. And this for me tastes nostalgic because it really just brings me back to that zhicha restaurant that I was talking about. But because I added a little bit of butter into the sauce, it just has an added dimension of richness and creaminess that wasn't there before. So this Mid-Autumn Festival, I hope that this dish has really inspired you to think about some of the nostalgic dishes you had, and I hope you get to recreate them at home.